Mike is in Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, Mike, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave and Ken. Appreciate you taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Yeah. So I have been listening for about 2 years, first-time caller, though. And the reason I'm calling is that currently I am on baby step 4, 5, and 6. I'm an engineer, and I heard you talking about that before, so I really think about the numbers and as far as, becoming everyday millionaire and whatnot. My wife and I have one 3.5-year-old son right now, and we currently pay $305 a week for daycare. So it's a pretty big bite out of the budget. We have no other debt besides the house, the mortgage, no car payments, no student loans, no credit card debts or anything of that sort.
Doing great.
Thank you. We are floating the idea of another child, but when I do my budget, we are about $1,200 surplus every month for a normal month. That doesn't include if, the car needs tires or if the wash machine, clunks out or whatever it may be. So an infant daycare is going to be more than $300 a week, like my 3.5-year-old is now because he is potty trained. So I'm struggling with the idea of cutting my surplus each month down to zero or even negative.
You're not going to cut it down. It doesn't add $1,200 to add a newborn to daycare.
It sure as heck does. I pay $305 a week right now for a 3.5-year-old.
And it's going to be $1,500 now a month. Extra.
It would be, I would say it'd probably be, somewhere around $1,300 a month for a newborn. Or a 3-month-old anyway, after maternity leave.
Okay. All right. Then you're going to have to look for other, because you're now at, you're now paying the daycare more than you guys make.
That's
what you're telling me.
Not true.
That's what you're telling me.
No, $1,200 a month surplus.
Yeah.
After bills are paid, we
but
have
not counting the new baby
month.
going to daycare.
And we're not pregnant or anything. We're floating the idea of it. And right now we're at $1,200 surplus. But if we were to have a baby, say 10 months from now, and put the baby in daycare, it's daycare, then we would be negative.
So you and I are spending all this time worrying about a hypothetical.
Correct.
Okay. No, we're not going to worry about hypotheticals, dude. I mean, it's wise to plan, but you're overanalyzing everything. Just calm down. You're going to be making more money. You're going to have to find a different daycare. If you literally have no money left after paying daycare, then that means you've got too expensive a daycare. You got to do something different, and you're going to have to try to find a different situation when and if you have a second child. But I don't think we need to worry about this today.
That's right. And I'll just add practically. When Stacy and I, when our 3 kids were younger, we looked at daycare. And in the area where we lived in North Georgia, it was really, really expensive. And we ran up against this thing. And to what Dave said, can be done. And I'll just point out that we said, well, daycare's not an option. So you know what we did? We started talking to everybody we knew. Hey, does anybody know a grandmama who wants to work a little bit, wants to make a little extra spending cash? You trust her. She's got grandbabies. She's retired. And we found the right people. And so we found daycare in the form of an awesome Christian grandmother who came in and took care of the kids while Stacy and I worked, and it was a fraction. She was thrilled. We were thrilled. Where there's a will, there's a way. And you don't have to just rely on what has become an enormous expense for couples.
It is admittedly a very large expense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but I also don't spend. I'm not going to burn a whole lot of calories on stuff that might happen someday.
That's correct.
So we're gonna work about it. When God says to have babies, have babies. The best thing you can do on the planet is babies. Babies are awesome. And the only thing better than babies are grandbabies. And so, if I'd have known how great grandbabies are going to be, I'd have been nicer to their parents.
Yeah, you get all the fun stuff, and then you get to send them home.
Well, I had Daniel's last night, and he was kind of having a hard time about bedtime or whatever.
Right.
And I actually had this shirt on, and I went to come out here, and I looked down, there's baby snot all over the side of the shirt. I had to wipe it all off before I got out here a while ago. So I had to get the damp cloth out and get the Eli snot off.
There it is.
There we go.
Hazards of being Papa Dave.
That's it, man. But I can tell you this: we didn't charge them near enough for keeping them.
I'll bet you didn't.
They got a deal. Yeah, you're going to figure it out as you go, my man. And you're a good man for thinking about it. You're a good dad for planning ahead, but don't plan so far ahead that you live in worry.